Down goes Swampert is going to be Beedrill versus the world. This is a pretty decent-ish matchup. However, Xizor does not KO. They're at the Shadow Ball. We are going to have to respect them. We've still got this really healthy Galarian Stunfisk with 2 shields. We go for the bait. The opponent shields it up. We are going to have to bait once again and hope the opponent shields. They do shield. We sneak. This means we are going to be at the Drill Run. But is Drill Run going to be enough to knock out? Well, you're going to have to watch the video to find out. So, welcome back to the home of Shadow Pokemon. This is the only channel on YouTube or anywhere, to be perfectly honest, that only showcases exclusively Shadow Pokemon. I've made Legend 3 times in the past, only using Shadows. I've been on a bit of a break, on a bit of a rot. However, we gained 495 points in 22 sets on Go Battle Day, well, over the 2 days. So, fuck it, we're back at it, and we're going to hit Legend for the 4th time, only using Shadow Pokemon. So let's get into the battles, and in Game 1, we pick up a pretty decent lead. Beedrill resists all moves from Venusaur. However, Frenzy Plant hits like an absolute fucking truck, and Beedrill is made of paper. We save switch into Swampert, and we show zero respect for the Focus Blast. We know we are going to get both shields if the opponent wants to win switch. They've already gone down 1 shield, and Swampert is doing goat things, spamming out Hydro Cannons. The opponent has gone down 2 shields, and Swampert avoids Venusaur. You absolutely love to see it. We bring in Sableye. We are going to have to double shield in return. However, we are going to leave with an absolute boatload of energy. I actually did try and CMP tie there, but the game is broken. The game says no, you're going to farm down. So that is exactly what we do. Venusaur comes out. We hit it with a foul play. We're going to outpace to the next foul play. We overfarm just to touch what is in the back. Oh my days, it is Charizard. So you already know what time it is. Hi Charizard. Bye Charizard. Even Zap couldn't debuff. That's not going to be enough to save you. GG's and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, we see Altaria in the lead. Absolutely dreadful. Altaria does beat all 3 of our Pokemon. However, Beedrill's poison jabs are really adding up. We are going to overfarm. We're baiting a Sludge Bomb. Who runs Sludge Bomb? Not me. Let's see if the opponent shields it up. They do not, so we are going to have to keep spamming out X's with the residual poison jabs. This is going to get the Altaria fairly low. The opponent makes an absolutely beautiful swap, catching the last X-Scissor on Toxicroak. I'm now going to bring in Swampert, and unfortunately Swampert, you are going to be used as a sacrificial swap. Mud Bomb will not KO, and we are going to get a shield with the Hydro Cannon. We're going to put it all our faith in Little Shadow Sableye. Rank 1 Sableye, an absolute monster, but can it clutch up this game? Within even shields, Beedrill is nothing more than a sacrificial swap, but sacrificial swaps are exactly what you need to do. If you are going to use triple shadows, we're going to tank the Mud Bomb. That does fairly decent damage. We commit to the Shadow Claw, farm down what is in the back. It is the big motherfucking tin can. We are going to be spamming out foul plays. We really need to ensure the opponent doesn't catch a move. They shield the first one. They're obviously looking to Zap Cannon debuff, and as I said, there is the sacrificial swap. Sableye stays alive and still has a shield. We're going to overfarm as much as possible. We are really careful, hoping the opponent doesn't catch foul play, gets the Registeel fairly low. I'm now 1 Shadow Claw away from the back-to-back. This should be taken care of. Registeel. Can we survive the Dragon Breath? We cannot, and we lose an absolute heartbreaking game. GG's to the opponent. Moving on to the next battle, we pick up a dreadful lead. Beedrill into Galarian Stunfisk. You absolutely hate to see it. They answer with Venusaur. Not the worst matchup. Frenzy Plant would absolutely one-shot us. However, in return, foul play with the residual Shadow Claws would one-shot. So we are going to be spamming out as many foul plays as physically possible. Venusaur has gone down 2 shields. And shout out to my good friend, Muhammad Ali. He always says, 2 shield the Donny. And in this example, Sableye, you, my friend, are the Donny. We're going to 2 shield. We're absolutely going to flip switch at all costs. Hopefully, Beedrill has a positive matchup in the back. They come back in with the Bear Trap. They fire off the Rock Slide. This is going to take us out. However, we have flipped alignment. They've now got Pelipper in the back. Not fantastic. Pelipper is hitting us for super effective. We will survive this Weather Ball on 1 HP and a Dream, and we are going to fire off a X-Scissor. X-Scissor isn't going to do much, but does put this bird, the Toilet Seat, into Hydro Cannon range. We go for the extra. We've just got Overfarm. A touch. We're going to fire 1 more Mud Shot. This Hydro Cannon is going to take care of the Toilet Seat. Get fucking wrecked. Back out. Comes the Bear Trap, and Swampert says eat Hydro Cannon as well, motherfucker. Get fucking wrecked. GG's and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, we see Defense Deoxys in the lead. Psycho Boost would one-shot, however, X-Scissor does do fairly decent, super effective damage. We count to 10, fire the X-Scissor on a CMP tie. We are going to shield the first Psycho Boost and look to catch the second. On Sableye, we sneak the Shadow Claw. The opponent is throwing, and this is going to do pretty much nothing. The opponent now comes in with Obstagoon. Not fantastic, lag as well. Absolutely dreadful. We are going to survive a Night Slash and look to get off the Power Gem. Night Slash does get us fairly low. I've got absolutely no idea what the counts are at, so we are going to fire off this Power Gem. The opponent is going to have to throw. We're going to have to let Sableye go down and come back in with the mighty Beedrill. I'm guessing they're at 2 counters, maybe 3, who knows. I'm just going to commit to the Poison Jab down. I'm going to shield once, commit all the way to the Poison Jab farm down. I'm guessing it's Vigoroth in the back, as triple counter is a pretty common team. We're at 100 energy. We're absolutely loaded. They bring back in Deoxys. I'm not throwing. We're still at 100 energy. We just jabbed all the way down, and it is Toxicroak in the back. We draw a shield with a really random X-Scissor bait. I actually expected Vigoroth. That's why I threw the X-Scissor. We get the final shield with the Drill Run. Swampert comes in, and that's all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, Beedrill into the Bear Trap. You hate to see it. We save switch into Sableye. We shield up a potential Earthquake, and the opponent Rock Slide baits us. Fantastic, not what you want. However, Dragalge isn't the best answer for Sableye. We get our shield straight back with the Foul Play, and we are going to spam out Foul Play number 2, and this gets the Dragalge fairly low. They are going to fire off a non-stab Aqua Tail. We will survive and get some more residual Shadow Claw damage. This is now definitely in Poison Jab farm down range. I'm going to wait out my full timer and look to catch the next Rock Slide because I absolutely fucking hate being baited. We are going to tank the Aqua Tail and commit to the Poison Jab farm down. They exited on 3 mud shots, so it's 2 more to the Rock Slide. We count to 2. Catch on Swampert. The opponent stays in, and it is the big fat walrus in the back. We absolutely need to guarantee a shield. All the damage should go straight for the Sludge Wave. The opponent shields it up. They're getting really greedy. You can see no Powder Snow has gone through, so this is going to be a CMP tie. We take the Wall Rain into the yellow. This is pretty good. We're going to allow Swampert to go down. We're going to use our last shield here. I'm going to count to 4 and throw on a CMP tie. I have to throw, as you really can't Poison Jab down. You can see once again, no Powder Snow has gone through, so it is a CMP tie. Down goes the Walrus. Can we make the Drill Run? And is Drill Run going to be enough to knock out Beedrill? Makes the Drill Run. Super effective, non-stab. Beedrill says, get fucking wrecked. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next one, we see Trevenant in the lead. Not a bad match. I always throw on 6 as Beedrill does lose CMP tie. So we want to fire off before they can potentially Shadow Ball me. But my big cojones say you are going to Seed Bomb bait, and that, my good friend, is double resisted. So we are now going to outpace to this next X-Scissor. X-Scissor doesn't quite care, however, this is just a Seed Bomb. Beedrill will survive, and we've managed to win the 0-1 shield. You absolutely love to see it. They come in with the Bear Trap. We bring in Swampert. The opponent has a Zoom Rule. In the back, Sableye is going to be nothing more than a Sacrificial Swap. I look to CMP tie on a potential play rough. The opponent doesn't throw. Power Gem lands for decent damage. The opponent does now throw. Play rough will take us out. They go for an Ice Beam bait, and that, my good friend, is an absolute waste of time. They now fire off. Once again, this Azu is now Energy Dry. We're back in the Swampert, and the opponent concedes the match. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, another Galarian Stunfisk in the lead. Instant swap into Sableye, and I've learnt my lesson. I'm going to call the Rock Slide bait, and the opponent does bait indeed. Everyone loves to bait a Shadow. They come in to Venusaur. I am counting, I believe that at 3. They should be 3 away, so I'm going to fire 2 more Shadow Claws and the Foul Play. However, once again, invisible fast move. But fuck it, we'll just let Sableye go down. We're going to come in with Beedrill and get a nice bit of farm to at least threaten this Galarian Stunfisk with a Drill Run. So we come in, farm all the way down. Once again, they are 2 away from the Rock Side. I'm going to throw 2 Poison Jabs and look to catch on Swampert once again. And once again, we are successful. So, Galarian Stunfisk has wasted all of his energy. Swampert, despite being super glassy, absolutely laughs at that. However, I am not laughing, as in comes Trevenant. I don't fire the Hydro Cannon. I'm going to allow them to take me out with a Seed Bomb, and it is Beedrill versus the entire world. We are going to fire off a X-Scissor, but I already know X-Scissor isn't going to KO. It will get him fairly low. I'm getting a phone call as well. My good friend Matty, hello buddy, not the time to talk. We are going to shield up a potential Shadow Ball, and this game looks pretty much over. Or does it? X-Scissor needs to grab a shield, which it does. We need to bait once again. I am going to say this opponent is super safe. We're going to go for another bait. If the opponent double shields, we might just pull this one off. The opponent is desperately trying to get to the back-to-back moves. We sneak the poison jab. Beedrill is going to win. CMP tie, but is this drill run going to be enough to knock out? Yes, it is, and Beedrill absolutely sweeps that team. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, we see the big fat walrus in the lead. I always go for the extra. The opponent is at 7, so I'm going to allow this icicle sphere to go through, and I'm going to throw on a CMP tie for the drill run. You can see no powder snow has gone through. The opponent has thrown their energy. Unfortunately, drill run doesn't KO, but I'm not willing to shield such a low health Pokemon. Beedrill goes down. We come in with Swampert, get a few mud shots, energy lead, and once again, it is Trevenant. We look to catch the seed bomb on Sableye. The opponent farms up a boatload of energy. My big cojones call the seed bomb bait, and bait once again they do. In the back is a Alolan Marrow. We fire off the foul play just before they get to the Bone Club. The opponent lets it go. Sableye makes the foul play. This is going to draw a shield from the opponent, so I don't even bother hitting any bubbles. They Shadow Claw us all the way down, but Swampert has residual energy. We've just got to get to the back-to-back Hydro Cannons. The opponent is looking to do exactly the same. However, Swampert is about to be a Trevenant counter. Confirmed first Hydro Cannon, draws the shield. Second Hydro Cannon is going to be all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, another Trevenant in the lead. We've already seen how I like to play this. I always fire on 6. So if this opponent actually Shadow Balls us, at least we get off some damage. The opponent actually shields the first move, but I'm still not going to be shielding up my B, and the opponent baits me once again. That, my friend, is a huge mistake, because Beedrill is going to fire off X-Scissor. Number 2, and the opponent double shields. I'm really hoping they haven't got double charm in the back, but either way, I'm going to allow Beedrill to go down. The opponent gets a couple of Shadow Claws off. I am counting, they need 7 for the Shadow Ball. This is just 6. So in case it is double charm, I'm not going to shield this up. It's just a Seed Bomb. We commit to the Shadow Claw farm down. They have Skarmory and Metachan in the back. The opponent builds up to 6. I am going to respect a potential Ice Punch. They go for a Power Up Punch, and that is absolutely brutal. You hate to shield a fucking pup, but either way, Swampert is going to get to back-to-back Hydro Cannons, take out this stupid Metachan, and that Skarmory in the back with no shields. He's going to have nowhere to run, so the opponent concedes the match. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next one, Defense Deoxys in the lead. We always count to 10, but this opponent throws the Psycho Boost as soon as they get it, so I'm going to have to respect it, as I don't really fancy getting one shot. The opponent now comes in to a Walrus, and I ain't really got a great response for Walrus in the back, so we are just going to stay in, as both our back 2 Pokemon do pretty decent against Defense Deoxys. Obviously, I'd rather Sableye on it. I am going to allow this Icicle Sphere to go through. We do survive, and I am going to get off one more Drill Run. Is the opponent willing to double shield? Yes, they are, so we are in somewhat of a tricky spot. I come in with Swampert. I'm going to allow the first Icicle Sphere to go through. It is going to land for pretty decent damage. Swampert is into the yellow. I am going to shield up the second one and look to overfarm as much as possible. The opponent actually switches out into Defense Deoxys. I come in with Sableye. We are missing a few fast moves. Not fantastic. However, whatever they throw isn't going to one-shot us. Thunderbolt lands for decent damage. I am going to throw just before they get to the Psycho Boost. So Sableye will be taking care of Defense Deoxys. Down it goes. Let's see what the opponent has in the back. We've got residual energy. If the Walrus comes back in, we are going to take out immediately. The opponent comes in to Swampert. Foul play is going to land for big damage. The opponent isn't going to be able to mud shot us down. They are counting. They do fire off, but this game should be over. Hydro Cannon takes us out. I come back in to Swampert. They bring back in the Walrus. Hydro Cannon should be enough to knock out from this range. Down goes the Walrus. We're going to outpace the Swampert to the charge move, and the opponent concedes the match. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, we see a load of Ninetales in the lead. Absolutely beautiful. Save switch of Sableye isn't fantastic. The opponent was obviously not going to throw. I tried to go for an extra. I then threw on a CMP tie, and with a 0 attack, that is dreadful. We do shield the first one up. The opponent is going to be forced to shield up as well. We are going to get outpaced to the next foul play. However, the opponent doesn't throw, so we do get both shields off this Sableye, which is pretty fantastic for us. The opponent is going to throw. We are going to allow Sableye to go down, and we are going to take our shield advantage. I'm going to come in with Beedrill. I'm going to look to farm down all the way. We are going to have to give up our final shield, but a loaded Beedrill is pretty good. If I haven't got something like a Skarmory in the back, we shield up the foul play. We poison jab all the way down, and we are absolutely loaded. I see Diggersby come in, I bring in my Swampert, that draws out the Alolan Ninetales, but guess what? This is where the Sludge Wave coverage comes in absolutely clutch. The Charmer gets absolutely wrecked. Back out comes Diggersby, we are going to outpace to this Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon is going to do big, super effective damage. The opponent is going to have to Earthquake to take me out. The opponent, let's see if they go for the Earthquake. They go for the Fire Punch bait. Swampert survives. We get to the Hydro Cannon, and Beedrill with residual energy is going to chill in its Pokeball. GG's and thanks for playing. So those were the battles. You can see we lost a lot of leads, but this team I've showcased on the channel many times is, in my opinion, the strongest team, and I think we proved that today. We did 22 sets, we gained 495 ELO, so we're averaging around 30 points or something like that a set. My maths isn't fantastic because it is around 11 PM in the UK and I'm pretty tired. But if you were looking for a team to climb, I couldn't recommend this one anymore. So if you're enjoying the content, smash that like button. If you're new, consider subscribing, and I will see you all in